We are ringing in the new year. A couple days late here on Locked On NHL. We're going to tell you some of our greatest wishes for the teams in the Western Conference. That and more on today's episode of Locked On NHL.
You're Locked On NHL, your daily podcast on the National Hockey League. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
All right, you are listening to yet another edition of Locked On NHL Western Conference Wednesday, where we talk about all things Western Conference. My name is Sarah Avampato, host of Locked On Kings, and as usual, here with you on Wednesday here on this show. Thank you for making this show your first listen of the day every day. And as always, I'm joined by my Calgarian reporting partner in crime, Jess Belmosto, host of Locked On Flames, and my counterpart here on today's show. So how is we're a whole 4 days, technically 5 days by the time you hear this, into 2022. How's it going?
I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but it's starting off better than the last 2 years. So, I mean, hopefully we keep that going. What's it like in your neck of the woods?
Well, it snowed. So that's welcome to winter officially. And mostly other than that, I've just been kind of sitting with my cats and watching a lot of TV, which is really, start the year how you want it to go on or whatever. Like that's all I want is
exactly
watching TV and hanging out with my cats. I'm a simple person.
Yeah, that sounds like a dream year for me. Just lots of TV, lots of time with my cat.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think these teams will be doing too much hanging out.
No, I mean, except for, you can hear it on the Eastern Conference show, but I would say the Montreal Canadiens, they're going to get to do a lot of hanging out since, the guys called up to replace the guys who've had COVID. Now all those guys have COVID. So
yeah. So they'll just get to, twiddle their thumbs or whatever. I guess. I don't...
Yeah. So
I don't know what you do, but have fun.
Panic. That's what I would do. So, important question. Do you make any New Year's resolutions?
No.
No. Me neither.
I can't.
No. I have no willpower to, sustain anything. My resolution is watch more TV, hang out with my cats. So,
Yeah.
That's...
I guess I do. I just want to be more consistent at things. If I pick up a new hobby, don't drop it after 2 weeks, or make my bed consistently,
right?
Things like that. I don't think that... I think putting it under a broad umbrella like that is a little easier and less intimidating.
So we're clearly not on the super specific resolution train for us personally, and so we're going to do instead my favorite thing to do, which is tell other people what to do. Because
I love this
on today's show, we're going to make some New Year's resolutions for the teams in the Pacific or in the Western Conference. So Pacific, Central. We're going to tell you what you should be doing with your days, with your hockey lives. And I figure we can start with the Pacific Division because that is near and dear to our hearts. And do you want to go from best to worst or worst to best?
Worst to best.
All right.
I think bottom to top.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So we're going to start with the Seattle Kraken. And fair warning to listeners, peek behind the curtain. I haven't actually I don't have these written out. I don't have. This is going to be on the fly, I think, for both of us. So you're going to get the unfiltered truth of our opinions on what these teams should be doing. So we're going to start with the Seattle Kraken. My New Year's resolution for the Seattle Kraken is to figure out what has gone wrong with their goaltending and fix that.
I think that's a solid resolution. And I think mine would be to stop putting up a smoke screen and saying that it's all good over here and that we have a good group when you have 10 wins. So they might be good guys, might be a great group of people, just not good hockey players
Right. Yeah,
but
it's a struggle.
yeah, and I don't think that anyone really expected them to come out of the gate and have a Vegas-like season, especially once that roster was
Mhm.
drafted, but, you know, best of luck.
Yeah. It's been interesting reading all the like analytics people's takes on Seattle because they're like, yeah, we all predicted Seattle to be at least average, if not like average to good. What we didn't predict was Philip Grubauer like turning into a pumpkin
Yeah,
and
just, like,
like
pooping
suddenly
all
he
over
can't stop
himself.
anything. Yeah, like
Yeah.
both of their goalies have just not
Mhm.
been great. So I think that those are fair resolutions for the Seattle Kraken. Their northern neighbors, the Vancouver Canucks, not doing much better. Their record right now 16, 15, and 3. They've been looking really good, though, with Bruce Boudreau ever since he got hired. So my New Year's resolution for the Canucks is like enjoy the ride, which sounds crazy for a team that's seventh out of eighth in the division, but like I feel like watching them and the Kings have had the honor of playing them like right after they fired their coach and brought on Boudreau and so have been able to kind of see them through this. Watching them play now versus before, it's like a weight has been lifted from all of their shoulders. And like, no, they're not going to claw back into the playoff position, probably, maybe. They're not that far behind the number 4 seed, but realistically, probably not. But just enjoy it. Just enjoy having like playing hockey, having fun again. You're not going to be good if you're like hating every second of being at the rink. Like no one is good at their job if they hate being there. So just enjoy it, Canucks, and like I don't know, enjoy Bruce Boudreau. He's a weird dude, and good luck.
Yeah, I think on a similar note, like, just, feel the vibes and just kinda start finding an identity within the team. I don't think it's fair to tell the Canucks, to figure out their cap situation when I don't believe that they have a general manager, or
I think they.
did they, like, officially hire the guy who was fired from Pittsburgh, whose name is
Oh
escaping
yeah, yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. I think they officially hired him. Yeah, he like pieced out from Pittsburgh. He was like, "Yeah, dudes, I'm done," and then I don't know, sat on the beach
Okay,
for a while. Yeah, no, they officially hired him.
okay,
So he's, or at least he's like the interim. Now I don't. They did something.
maybe, like, send him back to the beach. I don't know, I've heard like, I don't think that people like him, um oh my god, Jim Rutherford.
Yeah,
There we go. Um,
that guy.
yeah, him. Eh, figure that out, but
Yeah.
also, like, have fun because we're just gonna, again, just enjoy the ride.
Right, exactly. We'll keep enjoying the ride with the rest of our Pacific Division teams, but we're going to enjoy the ride right now with some snacks, and that is Built Bar. If you're thinking about New Year's resolutions, like we are on this show, maybe one of my New Year's resolutions is to just eat more tasty things and enjoy them. And so that's where Built Bar can come in because not only are they tasty, not only are they good for you, but they're good for you while being tasty. Hey, look at that. They are covered in 100% chocolate. They're protein bars. They taste like candy bars, and they're just so delicious that you're actually going to want to eat the healthy thing instead of looking at it and being like, a Brussels sprout. Like, no, thank you. So go and check out Built Bars. They come in lots of great different flavors, including things like cookies and cream, which is one of my personal favorites. They've always got limited edition flavors. I tried the white chocolate cheesecake over the holiday, and that was phenomenal. And I'm like, why can't I buy this all the time? You need to keep an eye on built.com to see what is always available, to see what's new, and catch those limited edition flavors while they're around. So go to built.com, use promo code LOCKED15 and get 15% off your order. That is promo code LOCKED15 for 15% off at built.com. So get your snacks today. The San Jose Sharks. They are next up on our list. So, what is your resolution for the San Jose Sharks?
Get rid of Evander Kane. Like, I don't know I don't know how they can do it, and I get it that, like, he might still be good at hockey, but he's not a good person. So, figure it out so you don't lose guys like Thomas Hurdle and anyone else.
I think that's a really good one. I feel
That's a
like
strong
that's
one.
yeah, that's I don't think I can like top that one. I think that is they need to figure that out.
Yeah.
Whether it is trading him to some other team who's willing to take on that mess, leaving him in the AHL and just like understanding it. And like PS now Vander Kane like had COVID, I guess. And
Oh,
yeah, there was a report from Sheng Peng, who's with San Jose Hockey now, who said that like Kane missed a bunch of time with the Barracuda because he had COVID, and not just like COVID, but actually had bad symptoms of COVID. Yeah,
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
yeah, yeah. My response to that on Twitter was the whole like, oh, like look at me reaping. Oh no, I'm sowing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that I'm just gonna piggyback off of your resolution for the Sharks. Like, deal with that. It's I feel like saying that a guy is like a distraction is weaponized badly against players who you probably shouldn't be saying that. But like, this is a
Yeah.
distraction. This is bad.
And like he takes it like online as well,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
just fuels the fire.
Yes.
And I don't know, like I feel bad for his teammates and obviously his ex-wife and the
Mm-hmm.
kid. So, I mean, just we've
Yeah.
society has moved on from the need of a Vander Kane playing professional hockey. So, thank you so much for your time here.
Right. We're done. We're done. Yeah. I think that's a good one. My own Los Angeles Kings. I feel like I'm actually probably going to do my whole next show on resolutions for the Kings, but I think mine is not to steal a line from the Ducks show, but play the kids. The Kings are in a position right now where a lot of their young prospects are pushing for time, and we have guys like Quentin Byfield, who is in the AHL after coming back from an injury, and then he got COVID after coming back from the injury. Like, there's a lot of young talent that is ready to make the jump, and it's time. Like, figure it out,
Yeah.
find the roster spots for them, and let the kids play. That's my resolution for my terrible sons.
So I was going to go along the same uh track with that, but mainly so you can get your Quentin Byfield jersey.
I know, I know.
So
I
let him play.
I don't, it's not like they're not going to trade him. Like, he obviously is like the future of the franchise, but like I just feel weird buying an NHL jersey for a guy who has played like 3 NHL games or whatever. So like, get on
Right.
it. Get on it.
It's time.
It's time. It is.
It
The
is.
Edmonton Oilers. Like, can the resolution be just like stop making Connor McDavid's life miserable? Is that a good
Yeah.
one?
Like stop Edmonton Oilersing yourselves. Like stop. You're embarrassing. Because they were playing really good hockey
Mhm.
and they had kind of proved, I don't want to say proved themselves, but they'd kind of bounced back a little bit from being like the laughing stock of the league,
Mhm.
and then uh, it's starting to trend downward again. um Especially Monday night's game against the Rangers. It's like a
Mhm.
5-1 loss, and there's just a picture of McDavid just, like, skating away, and he's looking up at, probably the scoreboard or something. He just
Yeah.
is like, "This is my life." And now he has COVID.
Right.
So, again, um, so, stop. Just take a break.
Yeah. Do you know how many years Connor McDavid has left on his contract?
I don't do I wanna know?
Probably not.
Is it, like, 6?
Almost. He has 4 years left after
4,
this year.
okay.
4 years. Um,
Oh,
that like there's your timetable, Edmonton. Is you've got that blob of time
yeah,
of his life, and after that he can walk away if he wants. So I
right.
feel like all of our resolutions are just figure it out, but figure it
Yeah,
out.
but, like, in a much deeper meaning, because I feel
Yes.
like Edmonton, you have a beyond generational player. Like, there's no word to describe Connor McDavid, who is still young in his career, and you are going to blow it
Yeah,
if you don't get it together.
right.
So
So get it
get it
together.
together.
Yeah. Your Calgary Flames are next. What's your resolution for them?
Well, right now they're playing Florida, and they had 3 of 2 goals, or no, sorry, 2 of 3 goals in the first period were deflected off of their own defenseman.
Oh
So
no.
maybe we just like stop doing that. I think that, keep having fun, but maybe don't be in the line of fire, but still do your job.
That's fair. My resolution for the Flames is find some way, somehow. This is maybe a joint resolution with the Oilers because I
Ooh.
want like if they're both going to make the playoffs, I want the Battle of Alberta. So whatever they can do to
We as a
finagle
society
that.
need it.
Yes.
We do.
Like I feel like we've all got a lot of like pent up feelings over the past 2-ish years now that we've been dealing with all this stuff. Like the Battle of Alberta will just cause a lot of like very cathartic. Like
Yeah,
I need it.
I would greatly appreciate that, and I think that it would be, um, great to market the sport, so grow the game.
Right. Like look at all these men. They hate each other. Go.
Now
Watch.
watch them play.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. Um the Anaheim Ducks are up next. And this is going to be a very niche resolution that I feel like will maybe only resonate with Ducks fans. But unfortunately, I am blessed or cursed with having to have more information about the Ducks than I particularly personally want to have. But here we are. Um, Anaheim, I'm trying to think of a way to like phrase this without making me sound like a jerk, but whatever, here we go. Anaheim's broadcasting team is notoriously terrible. Like Ducks fans don't watch Ducks broadcasts. Like the announce they're homers, like they're not good at explaining the game to you. Just not great all around. The past couple of games, the Ducks uh, what's it like broadcaster guy from San Diego has been filling in because one of the broadcasters has COVID, I think. And Ducks
Oh.
games suddenly have become watchable in terms of listening to the product. So my resolution for the Ducks is like, please recognize that Mr. Andy Zilch from the San Diego Gulls like is doing a really, really good job in the broadcast booth. And maybe you should consider, now that you have a fun, marketable, great young team, maybe overhauling your broadcast booth to make it so people want to actually watch your show. That's my resolution. Very niche, I know.
I think that you should write a letter to them because, I'm sold on it, and it was just like a 30-second elevator pitch right here.
Win.
Yeah, I think honestly, I need them to change their logo.
Yeah, yeah. Back to the
I
old,
didn't
the old one.
maybe, probably, I just didn't know it was a duck foot and a D.
Yeah, it is a little
I was like,
abstract.
I didn't know that until someone explained it to me, and I was like, "Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
now I see it." But,
yeah.
no, in all seriousness, I think that they should, probably, just stop scaring Trevor Zegras. Stop bullying him so he's traumatized and he leaves your organization.
I think that's fair.
Poor
If
kid.
anyone out there hasn't seen the video they did over the holiday, go look it up. They did a very good prank on many of the Ducks players, including Trevor Zegers, who had just the most amazing reaction to being
Yeah, oh my god, it was great.
pranked. And finally, to round out the Pacific Division, the Vegas Golden Knights.
Ooh.
My resolution for the Vegas Golden Knights is stop letting your players find out they got traded by Twitter.
Yeah.
Thank you. That
I
is all.
um, maybe work on, like, the culture in the room between,
Yeah.
like, the front office and, like, that dynamic, because I don't think that anyone needs to find out that they're packing up and moving through Twitter, because I would be mortified if that's how
Right.
I found out.
You want your players to want to be there.
Right. And I'm going to add a second one onto this because I think that it is needed. How are you going to how are you going to legally explain circumventing the cap? That's like, because we are approaching the time that Jack Eichel is supposedly
Mhm.
potentially going to be returning, and you gonna stick him on the taxi squad? What are you gonna do? Because I'm quite interested, and I would love
Yeah.
to pick your brains.
Yeah.
So
They've got some math to do.
yes, and speaking of math, if you're a fan of numbers and also money, BetOnline is the place for you. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all sports action this season. Head on over to their newly freshly designed website on your mobile device or your computer to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code locked on to receive that bonus. From basketball, football, NHL, boxing, and UFC, right down to your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all these amazing offers that is available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all of your favorite sports. So don't wait. That's promo code locked on to receive your welcome bonus. Oh,
And
boy.
welcome to the Central Division, because we're going to move on to them. And we're going to start with worst to best, which means we start with the Arizona Coyotes, who, by the way, currently have 6 wins.
That's like one more than like 2 weeks ago.
They have won 2 of their last 10. They have lost 24 total games. They've played 30 games.
Yeah.
They have, I'm reasonably certain, the worst record in the league. They're not the only team that hasn't hit 10 wins yet, though. If you look over in the East, Montreal and Ottawa both are still under double digits, but the Arizona Coyotes, my resolution for them, A, pay your taxes, B, like, every phrase I can think of to describe my feelings is like not family friendly, but like,
Yeah.
make up your minds on what you're doing. Like, at Arizona Coyotes ownership, like, if this is going to be like a massive failure, like, sell the team or relocate, like, whatever it is, just get it done with, get it over with, have a plan.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Rip the Band-Aid off, because it's not fair to the players who are playing for a tire fire organization. It's not fair for the fans who have stuck with this team through years and years and years of so much epic drama that, like, I would have given up a long time ago. Like, kudos to Coyotes fans who are still sticking it out with their team. Like, the position they're in is not fair to anybody. And so pay your taxes and make your minds up about what you're trying to accomplish. Like, just do it, man.
Yeah, I think that those are very fair resolutions, and I think that it would be wise for them to, kind of have like a countdown, but like an automated one, to the tax deadline. Especially, I mean, I don't know if they file W-2s, and I don't know how that works. But anyways, regardless, hire someone to do that. And then maybe win 10 games.
Yeah.
I think
Set the bar low.
it's yeah, we have to keep it low and manage our expectations. So, 10 wins, I think that's fair. And just crawl there. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you.
Yeah,
Not your owners, but you.
Right. We've all, like, made, mistakes. I've, like, forgotten to pay, like, a credit card bill every so often.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, now they have this great thing called auto pay, where I just tell it every month, take money away from me. So I don't know, go Google that, Coyotes.
Yeah, figure out how to do that, 'cause I know that there is a payment plan system for taxes. So, yeah, oh, Chicago. Sweet, sweet
Yeah.
Chicago.
Like, can we just skip them? I think we
Yeah,
like,
'cause I
yeah,
think that they're beyond New Year's resolutions
yeah. Like,
and
get it together. Stop
yes,
everything that you've done.
just yeah.
Yeah. Dallas. The Dallas
Dallas.
Stars.
Um, I can you give us, like, more, like, thigh content? I see the kids asking for that on Twitter. So on behalf of the kids and myself, please, we're asking nicely.
I
I'm
think,
asking nicely.
yeah, I endorse this. I think that it'd be also great to figure out like the stats, like the correlation, the advanced fancy stats between like level of thigh that we get and how well the team performs.
Right,
Um, Maybe experimenting with the thigh exposure, like you can do like a cause and effect kind of thing. I know like
right.
one guy who I'm sure like it loves all like Tyler Sagan, I feel like has never passed up an opportunity to like not
Just
wear the right amount of
right.
clothes. He
He
has
has a photo shoot on a
yeah,
Zamboni.
he's the photo shoot and like he has I just looked him up because all the Stars fans I know are like out of their minds about this. He has 12 total points on the season, which is bad for Tyler Sagan. So maybe you need to
That's
like like the thigh to
he can
scoring continuum, like whatever
he
it
can be
takes
our
to
test
jumpstart that.
subject.
Yes, like
Yeah,
get do the thing, like
yes.
for all of us, for
Yeah,
TikTok, for the
for
Twitter
him, it could be for
teens.
him. He needs
Yeah,
the boost. Um, 12 points, oh my god.
yeah. It's I didn't know it was that. It's not
I didn't
good.
know.
No.
No, that's not
So
good.
Dallas thighs. You're welcome. Um, Winnipeg Jets. My New Year's resolution for them is to find a head coach because they don't have one right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I was gonna say, definitely find a head coach and, figure out what kind of team you are.
Right.
If you still wanna exist, like, I don't know what's going on. For
Because
the
like,
longest time, I didn't think Winnipeg actually had an airport. I thought that was a thing. Um, yeah, so, uh, I'm
yeah,
rooting for you, I
yeah. Again,
guess.
figure it out. Like they have good players. They have Connor Hellebuck, who is insane in goal, but Paul Maurice stepped down for personal reasons, and that's understandable and honestly like kind of commendable that he was like, listen, I've taken this team like as far they need a different voice, and he recognized that and he resigned, which is also a little bit like, whoa, bro, you're doing this in the middle of the season. But Winnipeg's just been kind of hanging out since then.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a good situation.
Yeah, and, like, he was just kind of like, my heart wasn't in it last year,
Hmm.
and so, like, I gave it a little bit of this to see, it's kinda like putting in a 2-week notice at, like, your retail job, not a head coaching position for a professional hockey team, but,
Right.
I
That is
respect it.
actually that is a little like I, he just said like peace, I'm out. Like
Yeah,
I gave
not
my
even to,
old
like, the
job like
all-star break.
yeah, I gave my old job like a month's notice before
Yeah,
I left. I
right. Like, I mean,
didn't even
there's
think
some
about
days
that.
yeah. Like, I'm thinking, like, career-wise, like, most
Hmm.
people give, like, a month's notice,
Right. At least
and,
two
like
weeks. Like,
yeah, at least.
and he's
I don't
just
know.
like, toodle.
"Bye, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Never. On the golf
Now,
course."
now I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about
Oops.
that.
Oh, man.
Next up, the Colorado Avalanche. What is your suggestion for the my suggestion for me is to learn how to say the word Colorado. What is your suggestion for the Colorado Avalanche for 2022?
Again, figure it out because this is just such a talented team, and I just feel like I don't wanna say they're wasting away in Colorado, but at the same time, like, they're not going anywhere in terms of, like, the playoffs these last few years, so it's just disappointing. So make a trade at the deadline. Do it. I dare you.
I mean, speaking of kind of like wasting potential, Nate McKinnon has 1 year left on his contract. And
Oh.
his contract is 6.3 million, which everyone has basically unanimously essentially agreed is one of, if not the best value contracts in hockey right now, because he is so good and that contract is so reasonable, and it's going to go way up in 2023. So yeah,
Yeah.
they need to stop wasting his time. Um, I mean, my New Year's resolution for the Avalanche is to stop like making me look like a liar, because every year I say they're going to go the whole way, and every year they
And they don't.
bomb. Like, so please stop making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. That's my New Year's resolution for you, Avalanche.
Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, and,
Yeah.
that might have, like, a little bit of self-serving to it, but, like, at the same time, sometimes they need someone else to, like, better themselves. They need that motivation, and
Mm-hmm.
Avalanche, I hope that Sarah is your
Do
guiding
it for
light in
me.
all of this.
Do it for me, Colorado.
Exactly. Now, the Minnesota Wild. What do you they confuse me
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if they're good or bad.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they know if they're good or bad, which is a problem.
So, again, another figure it out, establish an identity, but also, like, be nice to Marco, Rossi, who, like,
Oh
just got
yeah.
called up.
Mm-hmm.
That sweet child, I feel these protective instincts over him,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and, um, just don't mess it up, okay? Don't
Yeah.
just be gentle.
Yeah. For me, there's two for me. One is give me more Kirill Kaprizov. Like, as
Yes.
frustrating as he is to play against, like I'm super glad that if this isn't last season where we had to play them 8 times. Like, now that I only have to see him a couple times a year, like I want more of this kid. He is such a fun player. He seems like he has a personality. He could be very easily marketed. So give me more Kirill Kaprizov. My other resolution for the Minnesota Wild is to finally figure out and communicate to the world what the heck Nordy is. What is your
Yeah.
mascot? It's a Bearcat Wolf
Thing.
thing? Like,
Yeah.
that's
We
that's
we
all I
need to
want.
establish that.
Yeah.
So, uh, the Predators,
Kind of the same
um,
boat. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's a saber-tooth
yeah,
tiger-looking
thing,
thing.
sort of.
I
Yeah.
I also didn't realize that they were 2nd in the
I did not
division.
either. I legit did not know that until I pulled up the standings to have this conversation.
Yeah, because I thought that they were still, like, floating at the bottom,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
struggling in the middle somewhere, but no, good for them. I
Yeah.
mean, oh, I can't see a points percentage on here, but, they have okay, never mind, that makes more sense. Um, the get new jerseys.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Abolish the Smashville ones
Oh
and
yeah, no,
also
those
get
are
rid
so
of, like
bad.
those are yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do with them. I
Yeah. I thought that they were bad, and so my resolutions was gonna be about, like, stop being bad, but apparently they're
Yeah.
good, I guess.
Yeah, so keep being good.
Keep doing what you're doing, Nashville.
Just
They
not against my
also,
team.
right, exactly. Like any other team, it's fine. Yeah, they actually played the Kings this week. So like be bad for that one
Yeah.
and good for other stuff. It's fine. I don't care. My other New Year's resolution for them, over the holidays, I think it was, they posted a Twitter thread of all of their players with dogs, and I love dog content. And they posted a picture of their goaltender Yusei Saros with his dog. If you don't
Ooh.
know Yusei Saros, he is small for a goaltender, like under 6 feet tall, small, like average man height, small. His dog is like a big husky thing. So New Year's resolution, Nashville Predators, more dog content in general, more Yusei Saros with his enormous dog content in specific. Please, it's going to make me laugh. I need it.
Yeah, no, like the disproportionate, like I don't know, like dog
Yeah.
to goalie. Yeah,
Right.
I like that.
What's his name? Matt Murray, who is now in Ottawa Purgatory. He and his wife have two big, like, I think they're like mastiffs, maybe. They're like big Saint Bernard. They're just huge, fluffy black dogs. And I
is
think
it the
they're like
Bernese Mountain
Bernese.
Dogs?
Yes, that's what they're called.
Okay.
And they have
Yeah.
two of them. And I feel like I followed the dogs on Instagram just because it's great content. Because like occasionally they'll post a picture of him with the dogs, and he's just this like skinny twig of a goalie guy, and his dogs are just like paws on his shoulders, like as big as he is. Like
God.
more dog content. Really, that's my resolution for all of the teams. More dog content.
Yeah. I love the dog content. Really, I don't know if it's because I love dogs or I love seeing the players like as human beings.
Why not both?
Yeah, I think it's both. There's a picture of Johnny Gaudreau. I'm assuming back home with his parents with like a golden doodle. And it is just the cutest picture in the entire world. And it's great. It's so sweet. Now, my resolution for the St. Louis Blues, however, I, I don't have anything nice to say about them. Your goalie's weird. Like, I understand that, like, okay, I love chicken broth, do not get me wrong. But the fact that it was so cold, that chicken broth was refreshing. Come on.
Goalies, man.
Yeah, oh my God. Like, there's nothing. They have a dog too. And their front office is fantastic. They're wonderful to all their employees. So I can't even be mad at them. But I just don't like Jordan Bennington. So
Fair.
give me back Torrey Krug. That too. That too. I'm really mad.
You should make that one happen. My resolution for them is all off season, all till now, we keep asking the question, Vladimir Tarasenko, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Figure out what's up with that. Like, is he staying? He leads the team in points right now. He has 33 points in 33 games. Like,
I thought he was sitting out.
Right. And like he was so disgruntled to be there, and like openly disgruntled. And like, I mean, it's great to see him having a good time and succeeding.
But what
and
happens
everything.
if he gets injured?
Right. Like, has he changed his mind? Has he rescinded his trade request? Like, I have no idea. So, like, maybe, obviously, they don't owe anyone any explanation about anyone's employment status or whatever. But, like, throw us a bone. Do we need to worry about him getting traded at some point? Like, what's
like, are
happening?
we just gonna wake up on trade deadline day and see that he's like being shipped off to, I don't know, Winnipeg?
To Vegas?
Could you imagine?
I hate
that
it.
Would be no. I would not be surprised.
The cap is fake.
Yeah, no. You kidding me? They'll figure something. They'll Tanya, what's your name? Nancy Kerrigan, someone from the pack. They'll make it work. They'll do it. I don't even know. St. Louis just, can you just let us know? That's it.
Yeah,
that's all we want.
That's it. Yeah, I think that's a fair one. So I think that's good. I think we have some positive. We have some funny. We have some get your act together for basically all of the teams. I think we did good here.
This is why I like resolutions for other people.
Yes.
Because that's on them to figure out.
Yeah, they just have to be
live
successful.
up to.
Yeah.
And I can say I inspired them.
Right. My resolution was to give resolutions to other people. Done.
Exactly. We're helping other people. We're doing great work. So go us.
Yeah, go us. If you
Western
have a
Conference Wednesday.
resolution, you out there listening to the show, if you have a resolution for your favorite hockey team, tweet it at us.
Or if you have pictures of your dog.
Yeah. Or if you've made a resolution for your dog.
Yeah.
Tell us
Your
about that.
dog dressed up for New Year's.
Yeah, with the little hat and like
little
flowy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just honestly, we always welcome dog content.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think that's my resolution for you, the listeners. If you've got dog content, share it with us. We want it. Cat content.
Yes.
Gerbil content. I don't care.
Right.
Give me your
Dallas
pets.
Stars, if you're listening.
Mhm.
Thighs.
Thighs
That's
and
it.
dogs. Done.
Thighs and dogs.
I've solved
Sounds
their
like a
next calendar
barbecue.
problem. Like,
Yep. All right.
there's the
It'll
2023 Dallas Stars calendar. Thighs and dogs. You're welcome.
Yep.
That's it for today. I think we can go no further than that on a family-friendly hockey show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. As always, you can find the show wherever you get your podcasts. You can find it on YouTube. I'm on Twitter at RightSaidSarah. Jess, where are you at?
You can find my shows on your favorite podcast platform, Locked On Flames. And you can find my Twitter right down below if you're watching on YouTube at Jess Belmosto. And yeah. And here.
Yeah. So happy New Year. Happy 2022 to all of you listening out there. I hope that your hockey teams give you everything that you want, except for wins against our teams personally. Yeah. But everything else is cool. So that's it for today. Make sure you're subscribed. Tell your friends all about it. If you disagree with our resolutions, I'm sorry. You can do your own podcast about it. Until next time, this has been Locked On NHL, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. That's it.